I recently decided to start making the switch from Apple to Samsung. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the apps and or services I use to help make the transfer a bit more seamless, or about as seamless as escaping Apple's walled garden can be. And keep watching until the end of the video because I'm going to be going over some possible alternatives to things like airdrop and even sending iMessages from your Android. First, let's talk about transferring photos. Photos are probably one of, if not the biggest things people dread about switching from iPhone to Android. But switching aside, one great way to make sure all of your photos are safe in general if you're on iPhone is by using Google Photos in tandem with iCloud. But it just so happens Google Photos was also one of the best ways I found to transfer your photos over. It works pretty much the same as iCloud. As soon as you take a photo, it goes straight to Google Photos. But what makes it better than iCloud Photos, in my opinion, is you can easily access it from any device and then download the photos onto any device. They used to have an unlimited amount of storage for free, but in June of like 21 or 22, I think, it changed unfortunately to a subscription-based service, leaving the free tier with only 15 gigabytes of storage. Now, I'm not sure who in this day and age can utilize 15 gigabytes or even 50 gigabytes of storage to store all of their photos, but it's definitely not me. Anyways, how do you actually switch your photos over? Well, the whole process is relatively seamless, with the only barrier being the speed of your internet connection. Simply download the Google Photos app and give it access to your photos. It will automatically start backing up all the photos in your camera roll, but be warned, if you have more photos than the basic 15 gigabytes, you will have to upgrade to get more storage in order to fully back everything up. I do wish there was a $5 option for maybe 500 gigabytes. I feel like 200 gigabytes still is not enough for the majority of people, and 500 gigabytes would kind of hit that sweet spot when it comes to backing up your photos. Another thing that seemed a little daunting before I learned how easy it actually was is contacts. Mainly because I have a contact photo set for pretty much every single one of my contacts, and I wanted those to transfer over. Regardless though, contacts are actually quite a bit less worrisome than photos. There's no timestamps or no quality to lose when you're transferring them. If you have any photos on your contacts on your iPhone, all of those contact photos will transfer over and they will be saved on your contacts on your Android, which is good. Anyways, it's really easy. Simply download Google Drive on your iPhone and sign in. After that, all you have to do is open up contacts on your iPhone and export all your contacts as an all contacts file. This is the file that you're gonna have, and upload that file to Google Drive. Now download that file on your Android device and import the contacts. If you want a more in-depth video on this, just drop me a comment down below, but I'm sure there's other videos on this. But regardless, if you want a video, just drop me a comment down below and I will make it for you. Moving on to any other files that we might have on our phones. Ideally, any miscellaneous and kind of random files that you have on your iPhone should get put into Apple Files and then moved to Google Drive. That way you can download it from Google Drive from your Android and have those files on your Android. I know it might seem a bit overwhelming, especially depending on how many scattered and kind of random files you might have laying around. I found that creating folders in Apple Files and organizing them relative to what makes sense to you works best. However many folders you need to organize them and kind of get it to where in your head you know what's going on is probably going to be the best way. Now onto those possible alternatives for airdrop and iMessage. If you rely heavily on things like airdrop, which I know I did for sure, then you'll want to hear about Quick Share. Quick Share is the built-in function on Samsung devices that allow you to easily share files from one Samsung device to another. Very similar to airdrop, but with an added bonus of being able to actually share outside the Samsung ecosystem. Though it's not nearly as seamless, because if you want to do that, you'll need to paste in a link or scan a QR code on whatever device you are downloading from, which adds kind of a lot of extra steps. and it kind of defeats the whole purpose because the point of airdrop is supposed to be convenience. There's also an app called Snapdrop, but it seems to have lower transfer speeds, which again is something airdrop handles insanely well when dealing with large files. Sending a blue bubble from Android is normally not possible. I mean, you could technically change the color of your bubble and make it blue because you can actually customize things in Android, but it's still going to be green for your iPhone friends, but it'll be blue on your end. But I recently stumbled across this kind of app or program, and it's called Beeper. Beeper is an all-in-one messaging app that allows you to combine WhatsApp, iMessage, Discord, Facebook Messenger, and many others all in one app. The only downside is you do have to pay for it, and there's a wait list. So if you want to get signed up, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not affiliated with this company in any way. It's not sponsored. It's just something that I ran across and I wanted to bring it up in case anyone did not know about it. If you want to check more into it, I'll leave a link in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Drop me an emoji if you watch this far into the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.